In this short video, we will see some ideas about the budget of maintenance in different type of installation. Of course, the variety of installation is very big. Then it is not possible to fix exactly which is the budget of maintenance in every installation in the world. But more or less, we can follow some rules, some sample rules to determine which is the budget for different type of installation. First, it is necessary to know in what moment has been done this video in the year 2022. For other moment, we will necessary to recalculate the prices that we will see in this video. Second important thing is there is a factor that determines the budget. This factor is the age of the installation. How old is the installation? If the installation is very new, the budget is 1. If the installation is very old, the budget is bigger. But we will consider an average value. The next factor that it is necessary to take in account is the design factor. Design factor means that some installations are very well designed and then the needed for maintenance are lower. But in other installations, the needed for maintenance is bigger because the design factor is worse. There are a third factor that we need to take in account in order to consider the budget in maintenance. Is the balance between the static component and rotating components. If the installation has a big number of static elements, the budget is lower. If our installation has a big number of rotating elements, the budget is bigger. Taking all these factors in account, we can have an average price for the budget of one installation. And the average price depends on the cost of the installation. Does not depend on the price of the product, does not depend on the production, does not depend on the income, depend on the investment, depend on the cost of the installation. The cost of the installation is referred only to the equipment and elements that are installed and the cost of installation of this equipment. We don't need to consider, for example, the cost of the land, the cost of the buildings, or the cost, other costs like financial cost or profits, etc. Then, taking in account the price of an installation, considering only the prices of the equipment, of the installation of this equipment, we need to consider one magic number. This magic number is 2.5% of the total cost of the installation as the yearly budget. That means if our installation cost, the equipment and the installation of our equipment cost around $100 million, the budget for maintenance for every year is $2.5 million. 2.5% depend, of course, of these different factors that I have said a few minutes ago. Design factor, how old is the installation, and the balance between the static and rotating element. Depend on these three factors, we can have a range between 2 and 3% of the cost of the installation. The middle point, 2 or 3 is 2.5. This is the number that we need to consider. I repeat, if the installation is very old, if the installation has a big number of rotating equipment, or the installation is bad designed, even we must take in account the strategy of maintenance, if the maintenance is well done or is forgotten, we need to consider the 3, even more % of the cost of the installation. This rule 2.5 apply to many types of the installation around the world. Petrochemical industry, refinery, energy industry, transportation, food industry. All this industry, you can consider this value 2.5 or better between 2 and 3. This budget includes manpower, spare parts and contracts. When we need to contract another company to do some works in our installation, it is considering inside of this value of 2.5%. We have seen in this video, which is the budget, the normal budget of an industrial installation. If you see that the budget of your installation is very big, very far away from this number, you need to consider which is the reason. You need to analyze the reason. If your budget is very low, remember you need to analyze again the reason, because could happen that you are saving money now to spend more money tomorrow. In next videos, we will analyze more deeper how to prepare the budget in maintenance.